But fresh, scarlet blood mist burst forth. The stench was 100 times stronger than the smell from that ancient well. Nearby vegetation withered rapidly upon contact with this aura. The blood mist began to solidify. When it had all coalesced, a baby appeared, sitting on the ground. This baby had a pallid complexion and bulging eyes. Its head was larger than its entire body, like a giant-headed monster infant. Its face was smeared with crimson oily grease, looking eerily sinister. The baby looked up and saw Nangang Yu. Suddenly, a black tongue shot out from its mouth. The tongue was like a long rope, extending dozens of meters from its mouth. Nangang Yu was focused on dealing with the gaunt man. Distracted, he was about to lose the jade seal. I hurriedly swung my long sword, aiming for the base of its tongue. Senior sister. Focus on dealing with the devil thief. I'll hold back the devil infant. Nangang Yu realized I was helping him out. He immediately breathed a sigh of relief. The devil infant, having its tongue cut off, let out a painful howl. I'm going to eat your heart. Eat your liver. Eat you. I'll eat your mom. Before it could finish, I used the illusionary cloth. At the same time, I channeled my magical power into the long sword in my hand. With a flash of swordlight, I severed the devil infant's head. The headless devil infant directly entered its second stage, transformed into a large swarm of blood-red bats. The number was even greater than a whole bat cave. Blood floated out, covering the sky and the earth, emitting strange, ear-piercing noises. This noise not only shook the mind, but also added a negative curse. Ding blood sound. For the next 7 days. Agility skill effect minus 30%. After being affected, I quickly steadied my mind. The crimson cloud sword shone with medicine wood luster in my palm. A shocking battle intent erupted from my body. I unleashed a move called Phoenix Feather. The sword followed my will, and the sword energy transformed into feathers. The crimson sword intent was brought to its limit at this moment. Like light and a jester, transforming into streaks of crimson light that cleaved the heavens and split the earth. In a short few breaths, all the bats were torn apart by the sword light. Red light splattered everywhere, and blood rain fell from the sky. The tragic scene was like a painting of hell. This is the power of profound transformation 5G. It is indeed more than one level stronger than Double Moon Slash. After the battle on my side ended, the battle in the sky also came to an end. Lan Gongyue, with his late-stage crystallization cultivation, actually won against an opponent in the early stage of Golden Core. Damn it. I'm not resigned. I'm dead. But I will never let you have it easy. The crying man was extremely aggrieved. Before dying, he threw out a brocade box. Lan Gongyue thought it was some kind of hidden weapon. Subconsciously, he raised his sword to strike. The box was easily cut open, but a cloud of pink mist burst out from inside. Looking closely at the mist, it was actually a swarm of very small pink worms. Lan Gongyue sensed something was wrong and instantly dodged. But he still got a few of the worms on him. Senior sister. Quick, cover your mouth and nose. Those are charm worms. I hurriedly warned her. But it was too late. The worms penetrated through her clothing and skin, invading her body. I quickly went forward to support her. Lan Gongyu's cheeks turned even redder when she saw me. The shadows in her eyes were clearing up. Junior brother. You're not allowed to look at me. Fortunately, she still retained a trace of reason. But such a warning tone had a flirtatious element to it. I sighed helplessly. Charm worms are a type of worm that stimulates desire within the body. I guess senior sister is probably encountering such a dirty trick for the first time. She got caught because of inexperience. Looking at the junior brother bossing me around, the affection built from spending day and night together is taking effect. Making her will not resist me at all. Plus, the senior sister already has feelings for me. Ding Nangang Yu's affection for you plus 2-0. Current affection is 72 points. Lust and fame. Ding Nangang Yu's affection for you plus 2-0. Current affection is 92 points. Unwavering devotion. Hearing this prompt sound, I can't laugh at all. This sudden increase in affection is not real. Junior brother, please help me. I feel so uncomfortable. Nangang Yu has already fallen into my arms. Her eyes glimmering, her breath like orchids. Red lips slightly parted, enchanting eyes like silk. Appearing completely at your disposal. Extremely alluring. Any man would want to take her right there and then. I certainly want to as well. But considering the consequences, I still restrained myself. Only because Nangang Yu is now affected by the charm insect and has lost her rationality. Under the influence of the charm insect, her affection for me has temporarily skyrocketed. At this moment, I could indeed push Nangong Yu down and enjoy a night of passion. But the consequence is, when Nangong Yu wakes up, she will know everything that happened. The best case scenario is that her affection drops to zero. The two will become strangers. And she will never have any affection for me again. In the worst case, not only will her affection drop to zero, but she may also become enemies and try to kill me. I would never risk my life for a single night of passion. What if Nangong Yu wakes up and wants to kill me? Even if I had 10 lives, it wouldn't be enough. I finally got a great backer at TNU from the start. I won't be stupid enough to bury my own devotion. I then looked towards the well, suddenly remembering that beneath the ancient well in this secret realm, special pills are always refreshed. But there are array restrictions in the well. Crystalline mirror modifications are not difficult to resist. But I only have static cultivation. Hesitating for a moment, I reluctantly endured, pushing K-Air away from my embrace. I immediately got up and jumped into the well. Senior sister, hang in there. I'll go find an antidote for you. This is a dry well. The well is dark and damp, and you can't see your fingers in front of you. I took out a torch to illuminate the inside. I saw a large number of corpses buried at the bottom of the well. Presumably, these are the regrets of the villagers. The yin energy around the well is dense and does not dissipate. Noticing a living person entering, this yin energy quickly began to squeeze towards me, wanting to devour my essence and blood. -100, -100. A series of damage numbers appeared above my head. The health bar disappeared at a visible speed. I disregarded the yin energy erosion. Holding the torch high, I searched for pills everywhere. Finally saw a corpse under the sea valley, with a wooden box pressed under it. So I immediately rushed over. But at this moment, the well formation activated. A yin lightning bolt condensed into shape. The yin lightning's power was astonishing. Seeing the yin lightning hurtling towards me. Thousands of troops, one technique. I used the spirit shield. My body was enveloped by the spirit power pre-assigned by the giant spirit, successfully offsetting this yin lightning. But before I could breathe a sigh of relief, the formation began to buzz again. Another yin lightning was condensing. And not just one. My scalp tingled. I wished I had wings on my feet. Rushing at full speed to the corpse, dug out the box and immediately leapt towards the well opening. But the well opening was several feet high, still a distance away. The yin lightning behind me was already tracking me. I used the second movement skill, Phantom Step, propelling my body forward several meters, successfully pushing me out of the well opening. Just when I thought I had escaped by luck, a yin lightning still flew out of the well, directly hitting my body, causing -4,000 points of damage. The next second, everything went black, and I fell directly onto Nangong Yu, on the weak and boneless outskirts. At this moment, Nangong Yu had already lost his mind, in a state of chaotic infatuation. The clothes on his body were unintentionally torn open by him, revealing his beautiful form. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to appreciate it. I took out all the pills from the box, and stuffed them all into his mouth. As soon as I finished feeding him the pills, I spat out a large amount of blood, and immediately fell into a death-like coma. Coincidentally, my head just happened to be resting on my junior sister's sealed spot, sleeping quite comfortably. Before long, junior sister gradually woke up. When she opened her eyes, she felt something heavy on her. Looking down, she saw me sleeping on top of her, my head resting on her proud and erect parts. Moreover, her clothes were disheveled and her beauty was exposed. She thought she had really lost her chastity. Immediately, she was heartbroken. She squatted on the ground, hugging her head and crying. Then, with a scream, she slapped me in the face. I was sent flying, landing face first in a dog-eating shit position. Beast, bad guy. Lin Jicheng. I hate you. Wah. Nangong Yu cried and cursed, seemingly unable to believe that his beloved junior brother would take advantage of him, relying on such a despicable opportunity to obtain him. And I still don't even know what happened. Still unconscious, watching Nangong Yu's affection for you drop to zero. Nangong Yu, thinking he was defiled, cried for a long time. Only then did his emotions stabilize a bit. When he looked at the bottle next to him, he suddenly realized that this was actually a healing item. Suspicious, Nangong Yu carefully recalled everything that happened before. He remembered what I had said to him. Senior sister, hold on. I'll go find you an antidote. He thought of this point. Then he looked at the well opening and the ground next to him. Both had lingering yin energy left from the yin thunder explosion. Could it be that I misunderstood junior brother? Junior brother Lin entered the yin energy formation to save me. He finally realized this and hurriedly came to my side. He discovered that I was now on my last breath. And there was a conspicuous large hole in the clothes on my back, with traces of yin energy burns. The truth came to light. Nangong Yu's eyes filled with watery self-blame. Junior brother. Senior sister wronged you. I must hurry back to the sect to get Grandpa's help. Junior brother, you must hold on. Nangong Yu felt guilty and quickly helped me up. We rushed back to the sect. After traveling all night, we finally returned to the sword sect at dawn the next day. Although he was almost exhausted, he gritted his teeth and flew directly into the mountain gate. Many players saw this scene and were curious. What's going on? It looks like Grandmaster Lin has fainted. Why is he so close to the NPC? I want that treatment too. Why is junior sister Nangong carrying a man? Why does that person look so familiar? Isn't that the disciple the sect leader took in? I think his name is Lin Jicheng. Why is junior sister so close to this person? This is outrageous. Senior brother. Hearing everyone's comments, senior brother Chu Tianhen, who had always secretly loved junior sister, had a gloomy face. His fists were clenched in his sleeves. The veins on his neck were bulging, especially the fire in his eyes. It was as if the flaming mountains were burning. Nangong Yu didn't care about the rumors below. She flew silently past the outer hall and went straight to the inner hall. I don't know how long I was unconscious. When I woke up, I found myself lying in front of a simple bed. In a clean room. Awake. A weathered voice suddenly sounded. I looked over, puzzled. The person speaking was old, but full of vigor. What a strong aura. No less than Elder Tianqing. I was hit by the Yinsha formation. Yet I'm unharmed. Could it be because this elder saved me? Thinking of this, I quickly got up and bowed. Thank you for saving me, senior. I am Lin Jicheng, a disciple of the Tianyan sword sect. May I know your esteemed name? I will never forget your kindness. The old man generously replied. Ren. My title is Tianyuan. My father's surname is Nangong. My given name is Yuan. Nangong Yu's grandfather. I was a little surprised. I didn't expect this old man to be Nangong Yu's grandfather. Those with the character Tian in their title are all influential figures. I have to latch onto him. Greetings, Elder. Your life-saving grace. This disciple will definitely remember it. Elder Tianyuan chuckled. His tone became strange. This old man doesn't need you to remember any favors. Just remember one thing. Stay away from my granddaughter in the future. I'm warning you. If you dare to have designs on my granddaughter, I won't spare you. It won't matter even if you're the sect leader's disciple. As soon as he finished speaking, a familiar figure ran into the room. She started lecturing and complaining to Elder Tianyuan. Grandpa, you promised Yuer not to talk nonsense. Why don't you keep your word? The dignified Grand Elder of the Jian sect didn't dare to show any temper at all. Instead, he smiled kindly to coax Nangong Yu. Grandpa was just joking with him. This kid is not bad and saved you. How could Grandpa not understand propriety? Only then was Nangong Yu satisfied. Then she hopped over to my side. Junior brother. How is your injury? I was just about to say something a little mushy, when I noticed out of the corner of my eye that Elder Tianyuan was staring at me with piercing eyes. I was so scared that I quickly dismissed the thought. Thank you for your concern, senior sister. I am mostly recovered. Nangong Yu kept staring at me, full of affection. That's good. You were invaded by yin energy and fell unconscious. So I carried you back and asked Grandpa to heal you. A little later with the yin energy, it would have completely invaded your internal organs and dantian. That would have been troublesome. Upon hearing this, I quickly thanked her. Thank you, senior sister. I am grateful for your life-saving grace. Nangong Yu smiled and scolded me. What are you saying? Do you need to be so formal between you and me? Hee hee. That's right. As soon as I finished speaking, I felt a chill down my back. I saw that Elder Tianyuan's eyes were even more terrifying. Actually, I should be thanking you. If you hadn't risked your life to jump into the well to find the well with the charm insects for me, I'm afraid I would have been in grave danger. And I even misunderstood you at the time. Junior brother, I apologize to you. You are a true gentleman. Nangong Yu's words made Elder Tianyuan's forehead sweat profusely. Senior sister, please shut up. If you keep talking, Elder Tianyuan is going to kill me with one palm. But why is little sister looking at me with such ambiguous eyes? A favorability of 32 isn't low. But it shouldn't warrant such lovelorn eyes, right? Suspicious. I glanced at Nangang Yu's favorability towards me. I was immediately shocked and stunned. Ding! Nangang Yu's current favorability towards you is 62 points. Mutual affection. What the? How did the favorability suddenly increase by 30 points? At this rate, won't the sibling relationship change? Just then, a cough with a warning tone interrupted my thoughts. I looked at little sister and asked, "Is your grandfather's cough that serious? Should I go find some herbs?" Nangang Yu covered her mouth and chuckled. Little brother is thoughtful. The old man isn't feeling well. Don't mind him. A few more coughs and he'll just fall asleep. Elder Tianyuan felt a bit of an urge to rage upon hearing this. Looking displeased, he waved his sleeve and started moving. "Since you're awake, then come with me. I'll give you a spirit beast as a reward. After you receive it, take the spirit beast and leave quickly." I followed Elder Tianyuan all the way to the back mountain. The back mountain was a large, lush cemetery. Outside the yard hung a plaque that read Spirit Beast Garden. This place was full of all kinds of spirit beasts. Each spiritual beast is assigned its own territory, to ensure that different species don't fight each other. Elder Tianyuan, seeing my dazzled expression, couldn't help but look a bit smug. "Kid, how's this spiritual beast garden of mine? It's not much worse than the beast taming sect, is it?" I smiled and gave a thumbs up. "Elder, this spiritual beast garden is indeed quite good." Tianyuan wasn't satisfied with this answer. "Just quite good? Have you seen a better beast garden than this, kid?" I was speechless upon hearing this. Why is this old man so competitive? Might as well provoke him a bit. Perhaps there will be unexpected gains. I pondered for a moment and then spoke. "I heard that the beast taming sect's garden has an extremely rich variety of spiritual beasts. Not something a normal spiritual beast garden can compare to." Tianyuan glared upon hearing this. "Bah! The beast taming sect's guys raise all sorts of trash. They can only rely on quantity to gain an advantage. My garden is famous for its quality. What can the beast taming sect use to compare with me?" I looked around and continued to comment. "Forgive my bluntness. Elder, in your garden, it doesn't seem like there's even one at the Zuji essence level." Elder Tianyuan's eyebrows stood on end in anger, twisted into a straight line. "You little brat. You dare look down on this old man? Who told you I only raise spirit beasts in the chi refining stage? The higher the strength of the spirit beasts in this Moon King. Let's go. I'll broaden your horizons." As he said this, he grabbed my sleeve and went through the outer perimeter of the spirit beast garden. If he doesn't prove himself today, he probably won't be able to sleep at night. He can't stand being looked down upon. How could he endure that? I was secretly delighted. Isn't this just what I wanted? Let's see his trump cards first. I'll think of a way to get some later. The higher the strength of the spirit beasts raised in the Moon King. Copper Chi Refining. Pillar Chicken. Crystalline. Golden Core. Giant Spirit, they all have them. If it's any higher, I won't show you. Any one of those spirit beasts' pressure could crush you, kid. How is it? Are you convinced? Elder Tian Yuan's face was extremely smug. As soon as he finished speaking, Nangang Yu began to dismantle his platform. "Junior brother, don't believe my grandfather. The highest level spirit beasts in his garden are only in the giant spirit stage. He's not showing you because he's afraid you'll laugh at him." Elder Tianyuan's face flushed red upon hearing this, feeling somewhat ashamed. "All right. I have other matters. I won't waste words with you. Hurry up and pick a spirit beast of the chi refining realm. Then get lost." Nangang Yu stood against him again upon hearing this. "Grandpa, you're too stingy. Junior brother personally killed a ghost mother blood eagle at the 7th level of Foundation establishment. So he should just pick a spirit beast of the chi refining realm?" Tianyuan suddenly felt like he was eating a bitter melon, unable to voice his suffering. "Why are you always helping outsiders? A 7th level Foundation establishment spirit beast, you just say whatever comes to mind. Junior brother is not an outsider." Nangang Yu chuckled. She pulled me towards the Foundation establishment spirit beast area. "Junior brother, what do you think of that one? That's an iron-backed gray wolf. 7th level of Foundation establishment. It can be a pet and a mount. And that treasure moon spirit monkey. 7th level of Foundation establishment in the middle stage. Its attack and speed are extremely strong." Nangang Yu introduced these spirit beasts to me like she knew them inside and out. Just then, a small beast rolled into my line of sight. This little beast had black and white fur. Its shape was round and it looked adorable. It looked like a panda. However, in the Shenxia world, it is not called a panda. called the Shi-Tai beast. In ancient legends, it's a mount that eats oil. It's also quite rare in the 8 desolations. Just raising it casually can lead to the Yuanying realm. Its combat power is invincible. My eyes lit up and I grabbed the Shi-Tai beast. Said I wanted this one. Tian Yuan opened his mouth wide and snatched it back in regret. This one won't do. I don't have many Shi-Tai beasts in total. The lowest realm after adulthood is Yuanying. This one is not yet an adult. There's still room for growth. How could I give you such a spiritual beast? Tian Yuan didn't care anyway. He just insisted on it. But he didn't expect that while he was talking to me, Nangong Yu had already run over and taken this panda cub away. This kind of spiritual beast with potential is best suited for a junior brother with potential. Junior brother, you take it. It's yours now. As long as you drip blood on its forehead, it will recognize you. Tian Yuan became anxious and came over to snatch it. You kid. Give me back the Shi-Tai beast. Nangong Yu was strong and quickly blocked him. Grandpa. You taught me from a young age that people should be trustworthy. But can't you do it yourself? I've already given the stone iron beast to my junior brother. You can't go back on your word. Junior brother, quickly drip blood to claim it. After dripping blood, press your palm on its forehead. Then sense its emotional fluctuations. Communicate with it spiritually. Nangong Yu chuckled after seeing me complete the process. Grandpa. Junior brother has already dripped blood. That's it. It's no use regretting it now. Tian Yuan's face was already twitching upon hearing this. Since things have come to this, he could only sigh helplessly. You truly are Grandpa's good granddaughter. At this moment, I held the stone iron beast and began to communicate with it using my mental power and spirit. But unexpectedly, its emotions were extremely resistant. You, a puny chi refining trash, want me to acknowledge you as my master? Pooey. Get lost. Hearing these words, I smiled helplessly. Let's talk things out. Everything can be negotiated. You acknowledge me as your master. And in the future, I'll take you to eat all the delicious spiritual herbs and medicinal plants in the world. How about that? In my past life, I had some understanding of spiritual beasts. The stone iron beast is gluttonous by nature, using the lure of gourmet food. At this moment, the stone iron beast curled its lips, revealing a look of disdain. What haven't I eaten? I chuckled upon hearing that. In Muxian continent, there's a crystalline shaft. Inside, there's a bamboo forest with numerous buildings. That bamboo is sweet, delicious, and crisp, not stinky. It crunches in your mouth. Have you had it? Shi Taishu's eyes widened, and he shook his head. No. East of Huafeng continent, on Penglai Island, there's a kind of fairy fruit. It's called the Tongxuan fruit. Eating one can extend your life by 100 years. Have you had it? Also. Before I could finish, Shi Tiesho excitedly ran over. Don't say any more. I'm so hungry. I'll follow you. Is it really possible to eat the things you mentioned? I nodded. Of course. A gentleman's word is as good as his bond. Okay. It's settled then. Master. Ding Zunhua successfully. Shi Tiesho Cub. Unnamed. Help attack ex-wife. Skill, Rage Bite. Raging Thunder. Ring Hand Strike. After reading the introduction of this stone iron beast, I knew I had found a treasure. High health and fast attack speed. Just then, the game announcement suddenly rang. Notice. In 10 minutes, 8 Desolations will usher in its first major game update. At that time, all players will be forced offline. The update time is 24 hours. Stay tuned. There was also a major update in my previous life. But that update was more than a month after the game's open beta. Why is it so fast this time? Will the time for the game and reality to merge also be brought forward in the future? I have to quickly go back to the sword bow backyard to AFK. Without time to think, I hurriedly said goodbye to my senior sister. Senior sister. Thank you so much today. Junior brother is very grateful. I'll go back to study and cultivate first. I'll come see you again in a few days. Nangong Yu grabbed me, looking a little reluctant. All right. You should go back and rest for a few days first. I'll come find you in a few days. I nodded after hearing that. I returned to my residence, holding the stone iron beast. Then, I entered AFK mode and logged off. After exiting the game, I looked at the time. It just so happens that tomorrow is Gu Chozu's birthday. Even if this game doesn't update, I'm still planning to schedule a time to quit. In my past life, I ignored Gu Chozu's messages completely to hang out with Sister Guo. Even if it's something important in this life, I will resolutely put it aside and go to the appointment. Because the two girls I was sorry to in my past life. One is Ren Lan. And the other is Ji-Yu Choshui. Ji-Yu Choshui is 3 years older than me. In terms of seniority, she's considered my cousin. But our two families are beyond the 5th degree of kinship. Sister Choshui is a monster with a mouthful of steel teeth. And called her an ugly freak. Whenever someone bullied Sister Choshui, I would bravely stand up for her. With me around, no one could bully her. I, with my small frame, would fight boys taller than me, not caring if I ended up with bruises all over my face. Therefore, this kind of experience brought me and Sister Choshui very close. She liked to cling to me since she was little, and I got a lot of good food from her. Even after growing up and being in different cities, Sister Choshui would still call me every once in a while. After my parents passed away, she was the lighthouse in my dark days. Usually, people thought she just treated me like a younger brother. It wasn't until I accidentally saw her diary that I knew how she felt about me. Her diary was full of her love for me and love letters from university. But in my past life, I was bewitched by Guo Jia and ignored Sister Choshui. I was perfunctory with the phone calls where she showed her concern for me. By the time I heard from her again, she was already married. And not long after the wedding, she even tried to kill herself. Thinking about it now, Sister Choshui seemed to start distancing herself from me after this birthday. So I absolutely can't miss this birthday. And I definitely can't let Sister Choshui go down the same path as in my past life. As soon as I got off the plane, I took a taxi to the hospital where Ji-Yu Choshui works. Walking through the corridor, I was about to head to the gynecology department, when several doctors and nurses suddenly surrounded an old man lying on a stretcher, passing by. Beside the stretcher was a woman of noble appearance and remaining charm. The woman's name is Yang Yiru. She is the chairman of Yangfan Shipping Group. She said anxiously, "Dad, wake up. Dean Jung. You must save my father." I saw the old man on the stretcher was in critical condition. So I used the pharmacology knowledge I learned in Bawang and struck the old man's acupoints. Otherwise, this old man won't last an hour. A moment later, an amazing scene happened. The old man, who was on the verge of death, his heart actually started to recover, and he slowly opened his eyes. Seeing this, the doctor next to him was shocked. "How did you do that?" "Never mind. If he's awake, the chances of rescue are greater. Get him into the operating room quickly." Yang Yiru breathed a sigh of relief and excitedly grabbed me. "Little miracle doctor. Do you have a way to save my father?" "As long as you are willing to save my father, our Yang family is willing to pay any price to treat this terminal illness. Only the elixir in Bawang can do it. Unless we wait for the game to merge." Thinking of this, I shook my head helplessly. I just helped him clear his acupoints. This can only play a temporary role. The specific condition still depends on the doctor's surgery. But the surgery is not easy. After all, your father's glandular stiffness is in its final stages. If he's lucky, can only live for another half-month. Hearing this, Yang Yiru's mood was like a bolt from the blue. Suddenly, she fell back into the abyss. Her eyes filled with tears. She was almost about to collapse, clearly unable to accept this fact. "Little miracle doctor, can I borrow your shoulder to lean on?" Looking at her heartbroken appearance, I couldn't refuse. Can only say it's bad timing. Just like my parents. If they could have lived until I became the wind god in the game, I would have a way to save them. After 2 drinks, the woman's crying grew louder. She spoke apologetically. "I'm sorry. I got your clothes dirty." I waved my hand, indicating it was okay. "Just a cheap item. It's not worth much. If you're alright, I'll go first. Spend more time with your father during this period. Don't leave yourself any regrets. Wait, little miracle doctor. Although you can't save my father, but you can let my father linger in this world for a few more days. For me, that's already a great kindness. This card is a small token of my appreciation. There's no password. This business card is my personal one. If you have any difficulties in the future, you can call this number anytime. As long as I can do it, I will do my best." Yang Yiru said, stuffing a card and a business card into my hand. It's idiotic to refuse money. I couldn't be bothered with the result of pushing back and being polite. I glanced at the business card and found out she was indeed a rich woman. Then it's settled. Goodbye, little miracle doctor. After Yang Yiru finished speaking, she turned and left. Looking at her back, I sighed helplessly. I'm not little at all. After that, I went to the gynecology clinic. Just arriving here, I saw Ji-yu Choshui standing not far from the hospital corridor. Hearing me call her name, her body trembled and she froze for a second. A smile of 1,000 joys appeared on her face. With tears in my eyes, I went up and hugged her shoulders tightly, burying my head in her dark hair, smelling the familiar 2mi fragrance on her body. My heart couldn't calm down for a long time. Sister, I miss you so much. It was the first time Ji-yu Choshui had been hugged so passionately and closely by me. Her pretty face blushed slightly, but she didn't reject it at all in her heart. Xiao Chen. After Sister Tang and Ji-yu Choshui got off work, we went together to her place. It was an old and dilapidated residential area. Feels like it's about to be demolished. You dared to rent a dilapidated building? Hearing my words, Ji-yu Choshui replied awkwardly. It's cheap here, and close to the hospital where I work. It's okay. Come in. Xiao Chen, go take a bath and relax first. Sis will make you something delicious. Okay. I responded and looked around, feeling a bit sad. In my previous life, if Choshui Jia hadn't saved me living expenses every month, she could have lived in a much better place. Back then, I didn't even know her living conditions were so bad. She actually could have had a better life. Ji-yu Choshui saw me standing there blankly and called out. Xiao Chen, what's wrong? Didn't bring a change of clothes? There are clothes in the closet, go get them yourself. I nodded and opened the closet next to me. Inside, there were 7 or 8 sets of men's clothing, and they were all my size. I bought all of these while shopping out of boredom. I just thought you'd look good in them. I was planning to take them back for you when I went home for vacation. I didn't expect you to come directly. Try them on and see if they fit. Hearing Ji-yu Chozu's words, I was instantly moved. To have such a sister is truly. After I shower and change into new clothes, Ji-yu Choshui had already prepared the meal. The dishes on the table are all my favorites. She hasn't taken off her apron yet, and is already using her phone. Right, going to college is expensive, right? Do you have enough money? I'll transfer my salary to you these next few days. I quickly grabbed her hand. Sis, I'm not short on money. I have plenty of money now. Seeing that Ji-yu Choshui didn't believe me, I simply took out my phone and started doing the same. In less than 2 minutes, Ji-yu Choshui received a text message. It alerted her that her card had an extra 1 million. Xiao Chen, where did you get so much money? You didn't join a money laundering ring, did you? Seeing her panicked expression, I laughed. Sis, I earned all this money myself from playing games. It's from that very popular game, Ba Huang. Hearing this, Ji-yu Choshui breathed a sigh of relief. You can make so much money playing games? So, sis, you don't have to work so hard anymore. You used to support me. Now it's my turn to support you. Ji-yu Choshui blushed a little after hearing this. Who told you to support me? That's money you earned through hard work. Sis will return the money to you. Hearing this, I stood up pretending to be angry. Sis, are you treating me like an outsider? If that's how it is, I might as well go back now. Seeing me angry, Ji-yu Choshui hurriedly explained. Of course not. Okay, then I'll just help you keep it safe for now. Hearing this, I immediately changed my attitude and nodded with a grin. That's more like it. My money is your money. We don't distinguish between each other. Time quickly passed and it was late at night. Ji-yu Choshui let me sleep in her bed, while she insisted on sleeping on the sofa. I couldn't win against her. And helplessly, she pushed me into the bedroom. I couldn't fall asleep for a while. The bedding and pillows still retained the faint fragrance of Choshui. I got up and went to the living room, deciding to have a chat with her. By the way, sis, there's something I want to tell you. Ji-yu Choshui rubbed her eyes and asked. What is it? Are you not used to the bed? I shook my head and sat next to her. Then spoke bluntly. Why don't you quit your job? Ji-yu Choshui was a little surprised. Why do you suddenly want me to quit my job? You said you'd support me. I don't need you to support me. What I mean is, sis, you should change jobs. It's too far away from me for you to work here. We can only see each other after a long time each time. When I miss you, you're not by my side. If you encounter any problems and need my help, I can't get there immediately either. My serious expression clearly shows I'm not joking, but serious. Hearing the bold and ambiguous words, Ji-yu Chozu's cheeks became incredibly flushed in the dark. Even her earlobes were covered in red. She feels like I'm different than before, but she can't say how. Sis, you might as well switch careers. Come with me to Bawang to be a professional gamer. I held her hand and told her my thoughts. I want Jiyu Choshui to get in touch with Bawang sooner. To improve her cultivation as soon as possible. And better survive in the fused world in the future. Sis, think it over carefully. You don't have to give me an answer so quickly. I'm going to sleep first. Time quickly came to the next day. Although Jiyu Choshui was at work, she kept imagining beautiful scenes in her mind. Until her colleagues gathered around her, all congratulating her on her happy birthday. Zhang Guangwei, who has a crush on Jiyu Choshui, holding flowers in one hand and a luxury shopping bag in the other. He walked up to her. He said he had already booked the most luxurious fooding restaurant box in the capital. And he would pay for everything. Everyone exclaimed in surprise and applauded. Only Jiyu Choshui looked embarrassed and quickly waved her hand. Dr. Zhang, you don't need to go broke. It's my birthday. How can I let you pay? Besides, I didn't plan to go to a luxurious hotel to eat. Zhang Guangwei handed over the roses and the luxury bag together, smiling with elegance. You already know my intentions. Why be so distant? That's what he said. But what he was really planning in his heart was to trick Jiyu Choshui and her colleagues into eating a big meal at the most luxurious hotel. It would cost at most 10,000 yuan. But he would get an excellent opportunity to get close to her. And then find a chance to force himself on her. Just as Jiyu Choshui was in a difficult situation. It seems like it can't be achieved. Because she recognized the key in my hand. It's for a Ferrari sports car. He had clearly inquired before that. Jiyu Chozu's cousin was very poor. She actually has a sports car? I politely extended my hand to greet him. But in my heart, I sneered and stared at her. Hey! Zhang Guangwei. Let me see what you're really up to. Being driven to the hospital in a sports car. Jiyu Chozu's colleagues were all astonished and gaping. Seeing his limelight being stolen. Zhang Guangwei, a colleague who had always had a crush on Jiyu Choshui, was instantly burning with jealousy. That kid actually got this chance. Xiao Chen. Your car only has 2 seats. There are so many of us. We won't all fit. How about this? Let Choshui go with you. And the rest of us will take taxis. I'll reimburse the taxi fare. Hearing this, I chuckled and directly refused her. Dr. Zhang. No need to spend the money. I've already arranged everything. The car is already here. As soon as I finished speaking, several buses pulled up in front of everyone. After telling them to get on, I pulled Jiyu Choshui into the sports car. Xiao Chen. Did you buy this car? Hearing this, I nodded with a smile. Yeah. It's a gift for you. Your birthday present. Do you like it? Jiyu Chozu's head was spinning. She said angrily. I like your head. How much did this cost? I don't want this gift. Return it quickly. Sis knows you're rich. But you can't just spend it like that. I chuckled after hearing that. So, sis, just quit your job early. I'll give you all my assets to manage. That way I won't have a chance to waste money. Jiyu Choshui was deeply moved after hearing that. You're really going to be the death of me. Soon after, a group of people arrived at the Fortune Hotel. I couldn't help but admire the magnificent place. Brother Zhang is generous. This is the most prosperous hotel in the capital, right? I immediately decided to fleece him good. It is said that the top floor overlooks half of the capital. I bet the private room Brother Zhang booked is there. Zhang Guangwei was stunned when he heard that. His eyes almost popped out. But in front of so many people, he could only bite the bullet and admit it. That's right. Of course. Come upstairs with me. He said that. But in his heart he was calculating. He originally thought booking the second floor would be enough. That's just over 10,000. But if we switch to the top floor, it will cost 10 times more. Never mind. To get Jiyu Choshui. The money is spent. Anyway, she'll pay it back sooner or later. Afterwards, everyone went to the top floor to celebrate Jiyu Chozu's birthday, during which they ate the Zhenshou Meijian they'd never eaten before in their lives. Everyone repeatedly thanked Zhang Guangwei for his generosity. Jiyu Choshui, on the other hand, was very uncomfortable eating. She felt like she owed him such a big favor. That nothing tasted good. Halfway through the meal, Zhang Guangwei called over a waiter to retrieve a bottle of wine he had stored here. Everyone. This is my treasured red wine. The taste is first rate. I was originally reluctant to bring it out. But today, taking advantage of Chozu's birthday, I reluctantly scolded them to come out and liven things up. Everyone cheered after hearing that, shouting Brother Zhang is generous. Zhang Guangwei opened the wine. He diligently poured it for everyone. I raised my glass and secretly smelled it. I noticed something was off with the smell. There's sedative in it. If I didn't often use this kind of sedative to catch wild animals, I really wouldn't have noticed being drugged. I then put down my glass and left under some excuse. I have something to do, so I'll leave first. Brother Zhang, please trouble you to send my sister home later. Zhang Guangwei's face immediately lit up upon hearing this. Xiao Chen, don't worry. Leave your sister to me. I nodded. I gave him a subtle smile as I left. The fox is finally showing its tail. No rush to expose him yet. I'll bring him to justice later. After I left, Zhang Guangwei then got up, raised his glass, and greeted everyone. Let's all have a drink together. Happy birthday, Chu Shui. Everyone naturally gave him face and stood up. One shadow disappears. After 3 rounds of drinks, everyone started to feel that something was wrong. Everyone was dizzy and fell asleep on the table. Damn, I think I had too much to drink. My head is spinning. Me too. This alcohol has a strong kick. Zhang Guangwei, strong and excited, was shaking all over. He picked up Gu Choshui in one swoop. I finally waited for this day. Gu Choshui was out of her mind and struggled to resist. Dr. Zhang, what are you going to do? Let me go. Zhang Guangwei grinned darkly. He forcibly carried her into the room next door. Of course, to do happy things. After arriving in the room, Gu Choshui was thrown directly onto the bed, while Zhang Guangwei turned on the phone recording. He began to take off her clothes. Choshui, I spent a lot of money on your birthday tonight. You have to compensate me. Once I've slept with you enough, record a video and take some photos. Someone as thin-skinned as you. I bet you wouldn't dare call the police. You'll have no choice but to marry me then. After that, I can slowly play with you. She yelled as Zhang Guangwei rushed impatiently towards Gu Choshui. However, just as he was about to succeed, a dark figure suddenly kicked open the door. Let her go. My eyes flashed with intense murderous intent. Before he could react, I kicked him hard. Zhang Guangwei was knocked to the ground by the sudden impact. He curled up on the floor like a shrimp. The pain was so severe that he couldn't even scream. The commotion in the room attracted hotel staff. They were stunned by the scene before them when they arrived. I angrily kept hitting Zhang Guangwei in the face. His face was completely disfigured from the beating. He couldn't even scream. Several of his teeth had been knocked out. You like forced demolitions, huh? You bully my sister, huh? I'll make sure you have no descendants. As the words fell, I lifted my leg and delivered a flying kick. It landed directly on his crotch. Zhang Guangwei let out a blood-curdling scream. Then he clutched his groin and rolled frantically on the ground. Having vented my anger, I turned to the staff. I suspect this pervert injected something into the red wine. Please help me collect some evidence. Ni Yao? Is that even possible? The staff reacted and the alliance called the police. Zhang, are you going to turn yourself in? Or do I take you? Hearing this, Zhang Guangwei endured the pain and begged for mercy. I'll go myself. I'll go right now. With irrefutable evidence, he knew he couldn't escape. So he went to the hotel lobby to wait for the police to arrive. Gu Choshui woke up and saw the scene in the room. Instantly turning pale with fright, I, Li Anming, went over to hug her and comforted her. Xiao Chen, thank you. Soon the next day came. I left the city where Gu Choshui was and returned to my residence in Zhongling. When leaving, she looked at me with eyes full of attachment and reluctance. Xiao Chen, you must take care of yourself. Sis will definitely come find you soon. Although I was also very reluctant to leave Sister Choshui. The Baron update has been over for half a day. I need to hurry back, so that others don't catch up with my progress. Entering the game pod, my consciousness was reconnected to the Baron game. After a moment, I woke up from my cultivation state. Ding, breakthrough to late chi training. All basic attributes plus 10. HP 1000. MP 1000. Not bad. Made good progress during the game update. Already at the late stage of chi training. Right. The equipment that dropped from that blood eagle. Haven't had time to look at it yet. Thinking of this, I can't wait to open the storage ring. Jingle Pavilion Parachute. Comes with the skill Gecko. Can connect to a teammate within 20 meters. Restoring 100 HP per second. Spirit Grade Spirit Mark Blood Talisman Eagle. Can reduce the effect of enemy movement skills by 30% within 300 meters. Skill hit rate reduced by 10%. And continuously receive attacks from the Blood Talisman Shadow. For 15 seconds. Natural treasure burying Sand Valley. Originally an ordinary monster beast valley. Buried under the sand and absorbing the essence of the Earth's energy. The valley undergoes changes after 100 years. Hard as iron with stone swords forming on it. Function. When a chi refining cultivator breaks through to the foundation establishment stage. Assisting with this natural treasure. Can greatly enhance cultivator attributes. These 3 items are all pretty good. Especially the Zongsha Valley. It's exactly what I need. If I want to enter the Pillar Foundation stage, my talent to defy fate decides that I can only choose the Heavenly Tao Pillar Foundation path. But the conditions for the Heavenly Tao Pillar Foundation are very harsh. Not only does it require 3 treasures of heaven and earth, putting away the 3 items, then looked at the stone iron beast who was snoring loudly, went over and gave it a slap. Directly slapped it on its big head. Let's go, let's go. Time to work. Look at you. The stone iron beast, being woken up from its sleep, was quite irritable. He reluctantly began to communicate with me telepathically. This bear is hungry. Can't walk. After listening, I mocked it mercilessly. How long has it been since you last ate? And you're already saying you're hungry. You glutton. The stone iron beast's little temper immediately flared up. When you were making promises to me, you weren't like this. I raised an eyebrow and replied ruthlessly. Really? Don't talk nonsense. As soon as I said that, I received a notification. Ding! Your pet Shang Yangxi's loyalty has decreased by 10 points. Current loyalty, 90. Slap. I almost forgot that pets have loyalty. I clutched my head, full of regret. If loyalty drops below 70, the pet will disobey its owner's orders. Below 50, it's easy to rebel against the owner. How could I forget this? Realizing the danger, I immediately changed my tune. Soothing Shang Yangxi's emotions. I was just kidding with you. Do you think your owner is that kind of person? I woke you up to take you to eat. After hearing this, the Ilurapada Melanaluka stomped angrily towards the door. Then hurry up. On the way to eat. I checked the update content. I found that the most important thing in this Bawang update is the addition of secret realms. However, only 3 secret realms have been updated so far. They are the single-player Secret Realm Nightmare, the Team Secret Realm Weeping Ghostface, and the Team Secret Realm Valley of Disappointment. These 3 dungeons are all for practicing melee combat. But like the Zongmen mission, it's divided into 5 difficulties. Easy, normal, hard, very hard, hell. I plan to go and farm the Nightmare Secret Realm first. It not only has the breakthrough I need, materials for Zuji advancement, but also the very sought-after Nightmare set. It's quite tempting. As for the other 2 secret realms, I won't consider them for now. Just as I saw, suddenly, a few figures blocked my path. I glanced over. I found that these people were all wearing the clothes of the Sword Sect Inner Hall disciples. Their cultivation isn't very high. All Zuji advancement. The leading young man stared at me with an arrogant expression. You're finally off the mountain, kid. My name is Wang Zunwang. I'm issuing a challenge to you. The Sword Sect has rules. For any different disciples, whose cultivation is not more than 1 major realm higher, they can issue a challenge to the other party. Any challenged party. As long as there are no special reasons, such as being injured, or doing a mission, or even in seclusion, they must accept challenges. This is how the Sword Sect disciples can constantly improve their cultivation. This is how the Heavenly Eye Sword Sect can become the #1 brand in the Wood Immortal continent. After hearing their introductions, I raised an eyebrow. Why should I waste my time fighting you? There's no benefit for me. What if I win or lose? Wang Shuin Huang stared at me intently. You wouldn't dare, would you? You want benefits? Okay. Use your pet or sect contribution points to bet. This is also the consistent style of the Sword Sect's fights. But your contribution points are 0. If you lose, it will be negative. Can you afford to lose? If contribution points become negative, you will be expelled from the sect. As he finished speaking, a delicate voice suddenly came from afar. The owner of the voice was none other than senior sister Nangong Yu. Junior brother, don't be afraid of her. I have 60,000 contribution points here. That's enough. Hearing this, I smiled and nodded, secretly delighted. As expected, being a kept man is great. Wang Kanwang really wanted to scold me, this gigolo. But after looking at Nangong Yu, he didn't dare to act recklessly. He could only call on his brothers to collect contribution points. Brothers. A man lives his whole life for face. Bang bang, please gather some more contribution points. I'll double it for you later. He took everyone's contribution points, making a total of 1,500 contribution points. At this time, at the Sword Sect sparring platform. This is where all the Sword Sect disciples spar. And also the place with the most gunpowder. The sparring platform gathers players and NPC disciples of the Sword Sect who love to fight and like to show off their skills. They also use duels to earn contribution points from each other. The sect will not only not stop this trend, but will vigorously promote it. This is why the Sword Sect has so many experts. In this match, Chen Yuan, a disciple of the Outer Division, wins. In the center of the platform, an elder announces a player's victory. The surrounding players and disciples are whispering. This Chen Yuan is so powerful. He's already had 8 consecutive wins, right? Yeah. Never been defeated. So strong. He's only in the late stage of chi training. His innate talent is Sword Eater. It's ranked 3rd on the talent list. I think he will be the #1 expert of the Heavenly Eye Sword Sect in the future. Chen Yuan, with a confident smile, sheathed his sword and stepped down. At this time, the chief elder of the branch happily walked over. The chief elder is skilled in swordsmanship. A middle-aged man wearing a dark blue robe. His appearance is somewhat similar to the grand elder of Tianyuan. You are Chen Yuan. I am Nangong Wu, the head of the branch. Seeing your talent and extraordinary aptitude in swordsmanship, I want to take you as my personal disciple. Are you willing? Chen Yuan never expected the branch elder to take him as a disciple. Overjoyed, he immediately bowed. This disciple couldn't wish for more. Master, please accept a bow from your disciple. At this moment, a soft and sweet voice suddenly came from behind. The first time Chen Yuan saw Nangong Yu, he was instantly stunned. Love at first sight. Nangong Wu showed a kind smile. Yuer, why did you come here? Nangong Yu said with a smile. I'm here to cheer for my little junior brother. Nangong Wu thought she was talking about Chen Yuan. How did you know Dad just took Chen Yuan as a new disciple? Not bad, not bad. It's a good opportunity to introduce him to you. Chen Yuan blushed and hurriedly stepped forward. Junior brother Chen Yuan greets senior sister. Nangong Yu frowned. Dad, you're mistaken. I'm not talking about him. It just so happens that Wang Xuan, Huang, and I have arrived as well. Nangong Wu expressionlessly began to size me up. His old father's intuition told him that the young man in front of him and his daughter were definitely not in a normal junior-senior relationship. This kid used some kind of trick to bewitch Yuer in just a few days. It would be good to let him spar with my new disciple Chen Yuan to see what he's capable of. At Nangong Wu's signal, Chen Yuan immediately stood out, his eyes bursting with intense fighting spirit. Lin Jicheng, I've wanted to challenge you for a long time. I didn't expect that I haven't even fought Wang Zunwang yet. And another one wants to fight me. And it's the #1 swordsman of the 8 desolations in my previous life. I waved my hand and directly refused his challenge. Sorry, I'm busy. Because I've already accepted his challenge. Nangong Wu's eyes immediately showed interest. Isn't that Wang Zunwang of the 7th stage of foundation building? His cultivation is higher than yours. You can refuse directly. The Sword Sect does have a rule that if someone with higher cultivation challenges someone with lower cultivation, the one with lower cultivation can completely refuse. Wang Zunwang deliberately didn't say that, because he was afraid I would refuse to fight him. But what surprised him was that I didn't go back on my word, but instead smiled. I know that too. But senior brother Wang likes to contribute to my song sect. I reluctantly accepted. Nangong Wu thought I was overdoing it a bit, acting humble in front of him at such a young age. The key was that Nangong Yu was looking at me with eyes full of love and trust, which made him, the old father, quite annoyed. So he simply didn't dissuade me. He just sat on the coffin platform next to us, waiting for me to be slapped in the face. A moment later, Wang Zunwang and I stepped onto the central platform. Wang Zunwang smiled contemptuously and still didn't take me seriously. Junior brother Lin is so confident. Today, I, Wang Zunwang, will come to learn from you. He said, Overlord's sword coming out of human cave. His figure flickered and he appeared directly in front of me. Naturally, I wouldn't sit still and wait for death. Using the illusionary shadow cloth, I instantly disappeared from the spot. When I reappeared, I had already moved behind Wang Zunwang. Realizing something was wrong, he quickly turned around to defend. But he was still a step too slow. I swung my sword and stabbed Wang Zunwang directly in the back. After a successful hit, I immediately stretched back and withdrew to create distance. Wang Zunwang's face was very ugly. I was careless just now. He roared, and his aura suddenly soared. He directly used the 5 skills heart exchange. Then, a purple sword chi instantly pierced over like lightning. But I was also prepared. While flicking away his long sword with my backhand, I continuously used a double leap slash. Hearing the announcement of the competition result, Lan Gong was jumping with joy. He triumphantly asked Lan Gongwu, "Junior brother won. Dad, what else do you have to say?" Lan Gongwu's eyes narrowed. This kid has indeed exceeded my expectations. Alas, this silly girl is completely smitten. Thinking this, he flicked his sleeves and left in frustration. The entire competition video was recorded and uploaded online, causing a huge sensation. The forum was bustling with activity. My popularity also soared again as a result. After watching me fight, the members below the stage couldn't calm down for a long time. He wasn't even confident he could last 10 moves against me. A sense of frustration arose spontaneously. But soon, the member adjusted himself. With a firm gaze and resolute eyes, he walked in front of me. "I, Cheng Mo, admit that I am not as good as you today. But I believe it won't be long before I can catch up with you. Just you wait." Leaving these words, he turned and left. Watching his back, a hint of appreciation appeared on my face. This is the universally recognized #1 expert from the previous life, Sword God member. No wonder he could become #1. Just based on this arrogance and wisdom. That's enough to explain everything. But reborn and return to fight to build this title of the world's #1 sword god. I will never let him have it. Junior brother, has your strength improved a lot again? Not bad, not bad. Worthy of being my junior brother. Nangong Yu stepped forward and praised with a smile. I heard this and chuckled. Mainly, senior sister is too powerful. If the junior brother doesn't force himself to become stronger, wouldn't he always need senior sister to protect him in the future? Nangong Yu pretended to be dissatisfied and said, "Isn't it good for senior sister to protect you? Do you dislike senior sister?" I quickly leaned forward to explain. Of course not. I just want to. When will it be my turn to protect senior sister? To shield you from the wind and rain, to clear the way for you? At that time, I can also have the confidence to face your father and grandfather. Hearing this, Nangong Yu's little face suddenly became extremely red. He thought I wanted to ask his father for his hand in marriage. Actually, the level of cultivation doesn't matter. As long as I like him. I believe Grandpa and Dad will support me. While speaking, his hands nervously fidgeted with the hem of his clothes. Looking at the beautiful and peerless girl, I couldn't help but secretly swallow my saliva. Suddenly I remembered that exceeding 60 points meant something good. That physical contact was allowed. So, getting to touch her hand now shouldn't be too much, right? But with so many people around, I'm too embarrassed to make a move. Junior brother would like to invite senior sister to the Fengchu City Hall. I wonder if senior sister is willing? Nangong Yu's beautiful eyes straightened, and her face flushed red. She quickly understood what I meant. Isn't this a date? That's too sudden, isn't it? It's possible. But my father will be returning to the inner hall these next few days. I might not be able to get out. Seeing the game about to start, I immediately encouraged her. It's okay. Just say you went on a mission. Okay then. I'll go back first. I'll come find you then. Nangong Yu was too shy to look at me. After speaking, she quickly ran back home. Going on a date with junior sister. I'm really looking forward to it. I happily stepped off the stage. Su Wanling then came over with her teammates. Lin, great expert. Your strength is too abnormal. You can even beat late-stage host disciples. I responded politely, saying, not bad. Is there something? Su Wanling got straight to the point. It's like this. Our Moon Shadow Guild wants to ask you to help us clear the difficult mode of the secret realm. Corpse King Valley. After hearing this, I shook my head and directly said it was impossible. Hearing this answer, Su Wanling immediately became anxious. Why? You can name any conditions. I then explained. Corpse King Valley is a secret realm for teams of over 100 people. It doesn't require individual ability, but rather the average level of the team. At least everyone needs to be at the mid-practice stage to clear it. Currently, even if I go, I can't do anything. You guys should improve your overall strength first. Su Wanling didn't doubt my words. She understood that I didn't need to lie to her. Then can we clear Weeping Ghost Ridge? Weeping Ghost Ridge is a bit difficult. But it's doable. Su Wanling's eyes lit up. Then will you carry us? Still, you can name your price. After hearing this, I shook my head and asked the question I wanted to ask the most. Is your guild leader participating? Hearing this, Su Wanling stared at me warily, as if guarding against a thief. Lin Jicheng, are you trying to hit on our president? Let me warn you. Don't you dare have impure thoughts about our president. If the president's father finds out, you'll be in big trouble. The corners of my mouth slightly turned up, revealing an innocent smile. How much trouble can I be in? Are they going to beat me to death? Besides, I don't have any other ideas about your president. I just want to borrow some money from him. As soon as I said that, Wang Jinghao, the president of the Wanshi Guild, suddenly walked over enthusiastically. Brother Lin, I finally found you. Help me clear this instance. The reward is 3 million. How about it? Of course I don't want to help someone like Wang Jinghao. But it's not appropriate to fall out with him right now. So, I used Su Wanling as a shield. That. Brother Wang. What a coincidence. You're too late. I've already promised my girlfriend. I'm about to go help her clear an instance. Right? Honey? You did say that. I'll help you clear the secret realm. Then you'll meet up with me in real life. Su Wanling's expression immediately became awkward when she heard me say that. She nodded unwillingly. Wang Jinghao was skeptical. I remember you're getting married soon? You sold a lot of equipment to save money for the wedding. Crap. How could I forget that? I sighed imperceptibly and replied. No choice. A sugar mommy is pursuing me. And she's so good looking. I didn't want to work hard anymore, so I broke up with my ex. As I said that, I grabbed Su Wanling and quickly teleported away from the sect. Wang Jinghao was frustrated again and cursed. It's that woman again. Blocking my path twice. Just you wait. Soon after, I followed Su Wanling all the way to the entrance of the Nightwither Ghost Ridge secret realm. It was already packed with people. From the entrance of the secret realm all the way to a radius of 10 miles. Were all players from various sects. It was as lively as a market. It had the flavor of a game world. Su Wanling led me silently through the sunset-lit crowd. To a gathering of beautiful girls. Zhang Ruoyu was among them. Surrounded by female subordinates. Each of them is quite beautiful. Such a gathering of beauties is a stunning sight. But Zhang Ruoyu remains as dazzling and eye-catching as the moon surrounded by stars. Outshining all others. Her beauty easily surpasses everyone else here. Mr. Lin. Thank you for coming to guide us through the secret realm. You can name your price for your help. Hearing this, I didn't hold back. I have 3 conditions. First, I want command. Inside the secret realm, you do what I say. All actions must follow my commands. Second, any equipment obtained in the secret realm, especially materials needed for sword cultivators and heavenly Dao assistants, I want them. Third, nothing else, it's a personal matter. I want to borrow some snacks from you. See how much you can lend me. Zhang Ruoyu frowned slightly, not because she was stingy, but because snacks are too important for the guild right now. The market rate for snacks is now 1 to 180 compared to cash. Seeing her hesitation, I spoke again. Don't worry, it's not for free. However much I borrow, I'll return 130%. And I'll pay it all back within 5 days. A hint of consideration flashed in Zhang Ruoyu's eyes, and she nodded slightly. Okay, I'll lend you 50,000. Soon after, I received a transfer notification in my account. Okay, I'll definitely return it within 5 days. Then let's clear the secret realm first. Zhang Ruoyu readily agreed. And pulled me into the team. And then gave me the team leader position. Nightwither Ghost Ridge is a team instance. It can only accommodate a maximum of 5 people each time. The other 2 are Cao Xie, a Yi Shu sect member in the mid-Qi training stage. And Li Jingza, a body cultivation sect member in the late Qi training stage. I then led them into the entrance of the secret realm. At this time, there was a list hanging at the entrance of the secret realm, clearly showing the clearing progress of various guilds in Nightwither Ghost Ridge. Mostly on difficult mode, but I chose hell mode with them. As soon as we entered, Su Wanling screamed. Why is it hell mode? Lin Jicheng, great expert, did you choose the wrong one? I shook my head and chuckled. Actually, Nightwither Ghost Ridge isn't that difficult. What's difficult is the detailed coordination and the elite monster's attrition tactics. As long as these 2 points are resolved, this secret realm can be cleared smoothly. Keep up with me and don't adjust the team. I guarantee you'll clear it. Speaking of which, I took the lead and walked in front. We soon arrived at a mass grave. The surroundings were gloomy, the night wind was chilling, and it was piercingly cold. Everywhere were casually buried corpses. A white, tattered lantern hung on the eaves of the thatched shed. The lantern swayed and creaked in the night wind. The candlelight inside was also dimming and fading. Just this oppressive and terrifying scene is enough to make people panic. Sister Wanling, this place is so scary. I'm most afraid of scary things. That girl named Cao Shiying is very timid. She was immediately frightened by the scene. Su Wanling comforted her. We're here. Just think of it as watching a movie. It's all fake. At this moment, Zhang Luoyu suddenly called out to her. Wanling, there's a human hand at your feet. Help. Su Wanling jumped up on the spot. She looked down and realized there was nothing there at all. She said angrily. You only know how to bully me. So annoying. Zhang Luoyu showed a happy smile of success after her prank. I listened to the commotion behind me, not knowing whether to laugh or cry. Are we going through a secret realm or on a tour? As the group walked through the mass grave and approached the thatched shed, the wooden door of the shed slowly opened. A withered figure, in tattered clothes, a hunched-back man reeking of stench walked out. This man had a strange appearance. He was missing an eye. It was empty inside, with a crooked mouth, slanted eyes, and a face full of scars. Seeing this person, Su Wanling and Cao Xian were immediately frightened. They screamed and hugged each other. After the wooden figure came out, it said in a hoarse voice. Another 5 here to die. Hurry up and leave. Save 5 lives from being lost. This ghost ridge is too dangerous. Except for me, the Tombkeeper. No one can survive in Ghost Ridge. The girls were even more scared after hearing this. Even that female body cultivator player couldn't handle it. She hid behind Su Wanling. Zhang Luoyu, on the other hand, didn't change her expression. She probably wasn't really afraid. I couldn't be bothered with the Tombkeeper. I ignored her and walked towards the mountain. Just then, the Tombkeeper stopped me. Wait, young man. If you must go, can you do me a favor? I chuckled and looked at her. Speak. Finally getting to the point. In my previous life, I chatted with this old man for a long time. Wasting a lot of time. I later found out that as long as you ignore her, she will quickly tell you the task. 20 years ago, my wife was killed here by a Li ghost. I came here to be a gravedigger. I hope to find my wife's belongings. Unfortunately, I am too weak to go up the mountain. If you go up Ghost Ridge and find a white handkerchief, please bring it to me. I am willing to give you 2 profound rank equipment. The gravedigger then issued the quest. I smiled playfully and agreed casually. Okay. We accept this quest. A white handkerchief in exchange for 2 profound rank equipment. Who wouldn't accept this quest without hesitation? Thank you then. I'll wait for good news from you at the foot of the mountain. The gravedigger said, hunched over and returned to the shed. I then set off with my 4 teammates. The group headed towards the highest mountain range. We hadn't gone far when the cold wind suddenly began to blow. Around us, without us knowing, floating ghost figures appeared. After seeing us few living people, they immediately pounced on us like ravenous wolves. Damn! Why are there so many ghosts? There must be dozens of them. Su Wanling turned pale and cried out in alarm. This is hell mode. There can't be few ghosts. Everyone, prepare to defend. While Zhang Luoyu spoke, she raised her staff and chanted an incantation. Firebird spell activated. The monsters near her were burned, screaming in agony. The body cultivator Li Jinzi was very fierce. She went over and punched those ghosts, each blow landing solidly. It had a kind of violent aesthetic. Things were even simpler on my side. No ghost could survive my sword. A single basic attack instantly killed them. Dozens of ghosts were quickly wiped out with everyone's cooperation. But what Zhang Luoyu and the others couldn't understand was, the ghosts they killed basically dropped nothing. If there was anything, it was scattered pieces of snacks or some mortal coins. Then look at my feet. Snacks were all over the ground. Estimated to be at least dozens of pieces. Not only that, there were also 3 or 4 pieces of equipment. The 4 girls looked at each other, all puzzled. Great spiritual master. What level is your luck? I replied casually. It's a secret. As soon as I finished speaking, a huge ghost shadow attacked again. I backhanded with my sword and easily killed it. After that ghostly figure disappeared, a white handkerchief slowly floated down. Su Wanling's sword intent was immediately dispelled. Why don't I go back and hand in the mission now? Even if we fail the trial, we can still get 2 Zon-grade equipment pieces. I shook my head and told her it wouldn't work. It's useless. If you could really do that, no one would clear the secret realm. They'd just use this to farm equipment. If you want to clear the secret realm, hurry up and keep up with me. After saying that, the 5 set off again and reached the mountainside of Ghost Ridge. The temperature on the mountainside is much lower than at the foot of the mountain. A chilling aura surged. My life is so bitter. Suddenly, a deep and penetrating voice came. Looking towards the sound, we saw a female corpse in red hanging from a dead tree. The female corpse's eyes, which were originally closed, suddenly opened. Lines of blood streamed from her eye sockets. After glancing at us, the female corpse, with a ferocious expression, struggled to free herself from the hanging rope. Sand and stones flew everywhere, and screams arose. It was extremely disturbing. Such a terrifying scene. The timid Su Wanling and Cao Xian were instantly terrified. It was the first time they had encountered such a terrifying monster. Not to mention resisting. They even forgot to scream. Just then, pairs of skeletal hands stretched out from under our feet. They tightly grabbed our feet and dragged us into the ground. My face turned cold. I gripped the sword hilt with both hands and thrust it into the ground. A skull scream came from the earth. The drummer binding us fell apart on the spot. You're still not being obedient even as a skeleton. Do you think you're Brooke? I curled my lip in disdain. I didn't take care of Zhang Luoyu and the others, but instead directly attacked that female ghost. I slashed with my sword, but it didn't hit. That female ghost suddenly disappeared. When she reappeared, she was sitting on my shoulder, gently caressing my cheek with her slender fingers. Young man, you are so handsome. Would you be willing to be a ghost couple with me? Actually, young man, you could become a ghost cultivator. And then cultivate with me. Your cultivation would definitely improve faster than it does now. I was completely stunned. This is the first time in my life I've been fancied by a ghost. Shut your mouth. Who the hell wants to be a ghost cultivator? The female ghost's face suddenly turned cold. Young man, you're unwilling? Then I'll kill you. Extract your soul. And you'll have to stay with me whether you want to or not. As the words fell, her ghostly aura surged. The yin energy immediately spread around. The next moment, waterfall-like hair began to grow from under my feet. The hair was like black snakes. The ends like poisonous needles. I inhale, piercing the heart. I, Jian Zhuang, then waved the crimson cloud sword in my hand. With several swift slashes, I cut off all of this man-eating hair. You guys come with me. Hearing this, Zhang Ruoyu responded and immediately began to direct. Su Wanling, you assist Lin Gaoshou in attacking. Li Jinzi, you are responsible for output and control. Cao Xiying, support and pay attention to the back row. Let's go. The 4 girls responded and joined the battle. Li Jinzi, as a body cultivator, was the first to arrive in front of the female ghost. She quickly approached and kicked out, directly hitting the female ghost's head. The female ghost was uncontrollably kicked away, crashing towards me. And I was already holding my long sword, fully charged. The female ghost Jian Zhuang roared angrily. Don't even think about it. She controlled her hair to grow wildly, all tightly wrapped around my weapon. However, just then, Su Wanling suddenly appeared to assist. With a single sword strike, I severed all of the female ghost's hair. Before the female ghost could react, my crimson cloud sword had already struck like a shadow, piercing through her chest and out her back. Seeing the female ghost killed, the girls were overjoyed. When they saw the dropped items, they exclaimed in excitement once again. It worked. Could it be because Mr. Ling's luck is so high? So much equipment actually dropped. With this luck, you'd be rich if you bought a lottery ticket. Buying lottery tickets isn't as good as opening equipment in the 8 desolations. Opening a few spirit-grade items is completely worth more than investing in lottery tickets. Zhang Luoyu wasn't too surprised. He smiled at me. Mr. Ling, you have priority in choosing these items. Even if there aren't any for sword cultivators. You can take them as long as you like them. I didn't stand on ceremony. I chose 2 items that I could use. A gauntlet and a spirit-grade sword cultivation skill. Spirit-grade Night Wither Gauntlet. Strength +5. Critical +3. Defense +5. Comes with Palm Energy skill. Spirit-grade Bone Sword Chi skill. Every 3rd attack that hits the opponent attaches extra sword chi inside their body. Like sheep bones. Can choose to self-detonate within 2 minutes. Deals 150 points of fixed damage. Stackable. The group then set off to march to the highest point of the mountain. Above the mountainside is the summit. A hunchbacked man was sitting on the edge of the cliff, enjoying the mountain breeze and looking at the moon. Everyone recognized him at a glance. Isn't this the gravedigger from down the mountain? So he's here. We've completed your mission. This is your queen's handkerchief. I brought it for you. As soon as Su Wanling saw the gravedigger, she excitedly wanted to run over to get equipment. Jian Zhuang, hurriedly stopped him. Hold on. Going over there is just giving them a free kill. Su Wanling didn't understand what I meant. I nudged my lips in the direction of the gravedigger. Why is he here? And aren't you curious? Where did the boss go? Su Wanling was stunned for a few seconds and then reacted. You mean, this gravedigger is the boss of the Night Wraith Spirit? Although not very excited. It's not too stupid either. Hearing my teasing, Su Wanling rolled her eyes. She almost punched me. Zhang Luoyu didn't quite understand. If he's the boss, why is he giving us quests? Just to trick us for fun? I randomly explain. This is the biggest trap in this instance. Many players before have fallen for it and lost their lives. Experienced players will choose not to accept his quests and go straight to the boss fight at the start. But if you do that, you can't kill the female ghost. And you won't get the extra rewards. Zhang Luoyu is smart and understands immediately. I see. Thank you, Mr. Lin. Without you, we don't know how many quest rewards we would have lost. Just as she said this, the gravedigger suddenly stood up. You've come. Have you found my Wang Chi's relics? If you found them, hand them over. I'll give you 2 mysterious grade treasures. I'm too lazy to waste time talking to him. I instantly drew my sword and slashed down. A gleam of cold light flashed. The gravedigger hurriedly dodged but was still a step too slow. He took a sword to the shoulder. Knowing he was exposed, he stopped pretending. The skin on his body peeled off like a cicada's shell. His limbs grew and reformed as if bones were being reconnected. The hunched little old man disappeared, replaced by a 2-meter-tall monster, covered in black aura, with a beast-like face, long, withered arms, still holding a pitch-black human bone staff. In the name of the Ghost King, I sentence you to death. The Night Wither Ghost King, staff in hand, looks down upon all beings. A large cloud of thick black aura erupts from the staff. The black aura transforms into countless night herons, completely shrouding the night, turning into an overwhelming tide. For novice players like Su Wanling and the others, it was the first time seeing a skill with such a shocking effect. The aura alone had already crushed them. My sword claws quickly dodged and punched, eliminating some of the attacking crows. Master Sao, quickly use your skills to scatter the night herons. Hearing my words, she responded and immediately cast a defensive skill, protecting the girls. Scattered night herons around were also kept at bay. You guys deal with the night herons here. I'll deal with the BOSS. Saying that, I used a few flashes to appear behind the Night Wither Ghost King. Although facing the 2-meter-tall giant Ghost King, I looked extremely frail and weak. But I didn't take him seriously at all. Because this Night Wither Ghost King is a magic-based cultivator. Magic-based cultivators are too easy to deal with for me. I ran wildly with my sword. Like a shooting star, I reached the Ghost King in the blink of an eye. When the distance was close enough, suddenly, the Life Force sword came out. The Scarlet Cloud sword seemed to appear from thin air. With a swoosh sound, the sharp blade cut through the Ghost King's body. A magic cultivator being engaged in close combat has basically no counterattack power other than passively defending and retreating. With the blessing of the Gale sword technique, my sword strikes became faster and faster. The sword aura was like scattered bamboo leaves, leaving scars on the Ghost King's body, one after another. The Ghost King was furious, and suddenly transformed into a cloud of black mist, quickly fleeing backwards. Naturally, I wouldn't give him a chance to create distance. While the illusory figure kept up, I also instructed Ji Nu to attack together. They also knew that normal attacks couldn't break the Ghost King's defense. So they frantically started throwing skills. Earth Belly first. Falling Rock Rain. Body Piercing Punch. Fiery Flame Slash. Although these skills still didn't deal too much damage, it was still no problem to briefly hold back the Ghost King. Taking advantage of this gap, I directly used my ultimate move, Phoenix Feather. The long sword in my hand pierced through the void, shooting out dozens of sword energies, dealing massive damage, and also triggering a 30% silence effect. The Ghost King couldn't resist and could only passively endure it. After releasing my ultimate move, I then used the bear form, summoned from the pet space. The rest is up to you. After defeating the boss, I'll take you to eat bamboo. Before he could refuse, it was thrown directly at the Nightcry Ghost King. The bear's appearance melted the hearts of the 4 girls. Such a cute panda. I want a pet too. After the bear arrived in front of the target, it roared and launched an attack. Completely different from its usual slow pace. Completely in beast mode. One bare paw and it directly sent the Ghost King on its final journey. When the Ghost King died, it left a soul seed. Jin Yu didn't look at the dropped equipment. His attention was drawn to the bear. So cute. Let me touch it. I walked over and opened the soul seed. After seeing what was inside, I felt like I was going to vomit blood. Good grief. The dropped equipment and spiritual traces are all for magic cultivators. Never mind. I'll just take this heavenly treasure, obsidian gold. Plus hidden sand bone. I've already collected 2 heavenly treasures. Still missing 1 and 6 Dao spiritual instruments. Then I can have the help of the heavenly Dao. At this time, the whole server fairness sounded. Congratulations to the Moon Shadow Guild for completing the first hell-level dungeon in the 8 Desolations, Night Crying Ghost 0, with a perfect clear. Perfect rating. Reward. An additional 1,500 points of cultivation for all members. Zhang Ruoyu walked up to me and said sincerely, Mr. Lin, thank you very much for helping me get so many magic-based equipment. I can buy these equipment with money. I won't let you suffer a loss. I shook my head and replied, no need, as agreed beforehand. These equipment should belong to you. Besides, I didn't suffer a loss either. If there's nothing else, I'll take my leave first. You should also hurry up and leave here. After all, you are the first guild to clear it. If you don't leave, a large number of players will block the entrance asking for experience. Saying that, I waved and quickly left the place. After teleporting out of the dungeon, I took the initiative to contact Wang Jinhao. Preparing to trick him. The unsuspecting Wang Jinhao woke up instantly after seeing me contact him. Revealing a hypocritical expression. Brother Lin. What can I do for you? I made an appointment with Wang Jinhao, preparing to trick him out of some money. As soon as we met, I feigned an apology for not being able to help Brother Wang. My heart is filled with remorse. Wang Jinhao gives a fake smile. It's nothing much. A brother finding a wife is the most important thing. But, since you've already helped Moonshadow clear it, if you have time, help our Myriad Affairs Guild clear it once too. Wen Yan sighed helplessly. Brother Wang. It's not that I don't want to help. It's just that my girl doesn't agree to me helping you. She says the Myriad Affairs Guild and Moonshadow are in serious competition. If I help you, she'll make me suffer. Little Wan Ling. Guild leader Zhang. I'm sorry. I'll definitely make it up to you later. Wang Jinhao's face turned ashen after hearing my words. He wished he could send someone to chop up Su Wanling. At this moment, I suddenly changed my tune. Brother Wang, how about this? Although I can't help you, I can sell you the strategy for the Nightshade Ghoul Ridge. Not asking for much. Just give me 8,000 spirit stones. How's that? Wang Jinhao's eyes almost popped out of their sockets. Their Myriad Affairs Guild has only saved up less than 20,000 spirit stones in total. Forget it. You can't catch a wolf without letting go of the kid. All right. I'll transfer it to you. After he transfers the spirit stones, I will happily write the guide for the Night Wither Ghost Ridge. The Hell Difficulty Night Wither Ghost Ridge. The reverse track is secondary. That Ghost King is the hardest to beat. I can be sure that Wang Jinhao will be ravaged to within an inch of his life if he goes. After the transaction is completed, I will take this huge sum of money to the largest pharmacy in Phoenix Melody City, Ben Sao Tang, to buy corpse poison potions. The proprietress packed up the corpse poison potions in the store. Give me as much as you have. Clear it all out. When the proprietress saw the large bag of spirit stones I threw out, her eyes lit up and she approached with a flirtatious expression. Little brother, you are really good at making spirit stones. Why don't you partner with me to open a shop? That way, the shop and I are all yours. Seeing her graceful figure, I hesitated a bit. Having a full charm stat really has a lot of benefits. It seems like it always unlocks some different ways to play. Sorry, proprietress. My ambition lies elsewhere. Morbid thoughts, morbid thoughts. I want to be the strongest sword cultivator. The female proprietress showed a hint of disappointment in her eyes after I refused. With a sigh, she turned and left. She even gave my butt a squeeze as she went. Then I swept through all the pharmacies in the city, buying up all the corpse poison potions. I stockpiled over 200,000 bottles in total. The other players don't know yet. But corpse poison potions are key to clearing Corpse King Valley. Without these potions, once you're afflicted by corpse poison halfway through, the attempt will fail. When that time comes, I'll sell the potions in my hand at a high price and make a fortune again. Now that my cultivation is full, I still haven't collected all the 6 paths spiritual energy to stimulate it. Let's find a place to farm materials first. Thinking this, I rushed overnight to the first spiritual energy location, the salt-making area. The salt-making area is a volcanic land. Salt lava constantly spews from the volcano's mouth. As soon as you step in, you can feel the scorching heat rushing towards you. For ordinary creatures, it's impossible to survive here. But for many fire attribute spirit beasts and cultivators who practice fire-based techniques, it is a heaven-sent treasure land. A strange insect, the size of a rabbit with a red shell all over, suddenly darted out. 2 things like fire fists. The 5 elders of the Lianvi Grey clan. I was prepared. While dodging, I chopped off his 2 precious pincers with 1 sword. This fire fist bug realized it had met a tough customer. It dropped Lars' pincers and tried to run away. I immediately chased after it and added 2 more hits. This bug then sacrificed itself on the spot. After the bug died, besides the 2 spirit stones in its soul, there was also a fragment of fire spiritual energy, containing a small amount of fire spiritual energy. Gathering 50 fragments can synthesize 1 complete fire spiritual energy. The purity of fire spiritual energy synthesized from fragments is generally not high. If you want high purity fire spiritual energy, you still have to find the boss of the salt production area. Searching around, I found a hidden cave. The weasels inside, hurry up and come out to die for me. After shouting loudly, a red light suddenly lit up in the cave. Then, a 3-tailed firefox angrily rushed out. Bastard! Who are you calling a weasel? 3-tailed firefox. Boss level. Strength, late chi refining stage. Skill, swallowtail fire. Windy fox claws. Horned fox cries. After seeing the boss's stats, I chuckled. Didn't expect you weasel to look so much like a fox. Enraged, the 3D firefox directly activated its ultimate move. Tail flick. 3 balls of flame flew out from its tail, enveloping me from 3 directions. The flames suddenly surged as they approached, becoming raging flames, attempting to devour me. However, my speed is too fast. The flames can't touch me at all. You're not happy that you look like a fox? And you dare to burn me? Looking for a beating. My figure is like lightning. The cold light of the longsword in my hand points directly at the firefox's throat. The firefox crosses its arms and gathers strength with both hands. 3 claw strikes form instantly and slash towards me. I quickly dodged the claw. Turning my sword, I stabbed straight at the firefox's abdomen. The firefox cried out in pain. Roaring in anger, its tail suddenly exploded. Then it transformed back into its true form and charged at me again. I sneered and took out Shang Yangxi. Shang Yangxi, this is your food. You shouldn't have evolved to only eat vegetarian, right? I remember Ilurapada Melanaluka eat both meat and vegetables. Go. The firefox was never my match to begin with. Now there's a Shang Di, bear. Knowing it couldn't win, it quickly dodged, trying to escape for its life. The bear, hungry for days. How could it let go of prey it finally saw? It immediately gave chase. It bit down hard on the firefox's neck. No matter how it struggled or resisted, it was useless. In the end, the firefox bled to death. The bear swallowed it in a few bites. It also left behind a soul lord and a fire attribute spiritual item with 100% purity dropped, as well as a spirit rank 5G Fire Fist manual. I smiled and contentedly accepted them, continuing to search for the other 5 spiritual items. After running around for 2 days and 2 nights, I finally collected the 6 spiritual items of water, fire, thunder, earth, wind, and dusk. At this time, the phone outside the game pod rang. I had to temporarily exit the game. On the other end of the phone was a still familiar laugh. Haha, Xiao Lindsay. Our school's on vacation. Come help me move some stuff. I'm going to stay at your place until the semester starts. I responded and hung up the phone, rushing over immediately. Perfect timing. Ren Lan, the fitness fanatic, is moving over this time. It'll definitely be no problem to have him create a fitness plan for me, to improve my physical fitness as much as possible within 5 years. After all, in a few years, the world will change drastically. Humanity will enter a time of war. A peaceful life will be no more. The school is very close to where I live. It's a 10-minute walk. I went all the way to the dormitory building where Ren Lan lives. That girl was already waiting downstairs. Why are you so slow? I can't wait to go back and play my game pod. I'll leave the luggage to you. I smiled helplessly and took her luggage. I pulled it and was immediately dumbfounded. What the heck? This is too heavy. It's all filled with fitness equipment. It looks like at least 100 pounds. Have you talked to your parents about it? Won't they come and take you back? No. I told them I was going on a trip with my best friend. My best friend will cover for me. That's what you say. If your parents find out, I won't be able to handle the consequences. Stop dawdling. Tell me quickly, Xiao Lindsay. How do you play this game? While joking, Ren Lan had already logged into the 8 Desolations game. I briefly introduced her. The differences between the 4 classes. After listening, Ren Lan did not hesitate and chose the Body Cultivator class. She just loves solving problems with her fists. After selecting her hairstyle and face again, she entered the beginner interface. Mortal. I will guide you on the path of cultivation. Seeing Goddess Nuwa, Ren Lan's eyes sparkled with excitement. Goddess Nuwa is so beautiful. Goddess Nuwa said slowly, expressionless. Please accept the blessing. The light of blessing shone down. Spiritual energy surged around Ren Lan, instantly improving her physique. Congratulations on obtaining the innate talent, Immovable Wisdom King. You can now choose your birthplace. Ren Lan looked at the 4 Great Zhou on the map, unsure of which to choose. At this time, I appeared and explained. Choose your birthplace based on your profession. Yangning Zhou is most suitable for Dharma cultivators. Yuehua Zhou is most suitable for medical cultivators. While Muxian Zhou is most suitable for Qi cultivators. And Huafeng Zhou is most suitable for body cultivators. Ren Lan's eyes lit up when she saw me. And she teasingly joked. Little Lindsay. Your ancient costume looks good. I smiled triumphantly and asked her what her innate talent was. She blinked and showed the title of Immovable Wisdom King. Full straightness of bone. Each level increases attack and defense by an extra 5 points. And Body Cultivator skill damage plus 10%. Body Cultivator aptitude plus 20%. I was completely shocked when I saw this talent. This is simply a talent tailored for body cultivators. In my previous life, only 2 people had the Immovable Wisdom King talent. Moreover, these 2 were ranked 3rd and 7th on the heavens list. I didn't expect this little girl, Ren Lan, to have such a good start. Not bad. Promising. What to do next? Go straight to the newbie quests? Hearing Ren Lan's question, I waved my hand. No rush. You come with me to Phoenix Melody City first. Sell something for snacks. Then get you Heaven Sword equipment. Then I took her to the pharmacy in Phoenix Melody City. At this time, the pharmacy entrance was bustling with activity. Most of them are here to buy poison testing potions. But they found that all the pharmacies in the city can't buy them. Seeing this, I said softly. Gentlemen, I happen to have a lot of poison testing potions here. 8 snacks a bottle. How about selling it to you at a low price? If a deal is made, then wouldn't I make 16 times the profit on this batch of goods? After hearing this, the 2 looked at each other and hesitated for a moment. Took out the snacks and made the deal happily. The news that poison testing potions could be bought soon spread through the streets. All the players rushed to buy them. Everyone, don't rush. Line up. I have plenty here. Just as I was swamped, a familiar voice suddenly rang in my ears. Lin Jicheng. It really is you. I turned around and saw that it was Guo Jia. Guo Jia spoke in a deliberately delicate voice. I saw your name on the game leaderboard. At first, I couldn't quite believe it. I didn't expect you to be so good at playing games. That's what she said. But what she was really thinking was, Lin Jicheng, that coward, has finally come to his senses. I'll give her some sweet talk first. And freeload some poison testing potions. Then have her carry me in the game. But how could I not guess what she was thinking? This old hag wants to freeload poison testing potions. Hey! I sneered inwardly, looking at her expressionlessly. Guo Jia, unfazed by my indifference, said in a gentle voice. Why haven't you come to see me lately? Did you miss me? Before I could even speak, Ren Lan had already stepped forward. Xiao Lindsay. Don't forget. She kissed another man. Guo Jia's face stiffened. She stepped forward and grabbed my hand. Jicheng. Have you forgotten what I told you? Didn't you say you only have me in your heart? Why are you still playing games with Ren Lan? As soon as she finished speaking, Ren Lan suddenly domineeringly wrapped her arm around my neck and squeezed me under her arm. Sorry. What Xiao Lindsay told you is all in the past. In the future, please stay away from her. Because Xiao Lindsay is my boyfriend now. I didn't expect Ren Lan to pull this move. I almost suffocated. But the soft, elastic, and exaggerated things next to my arm were pressed against my face, instantly making me forget the pain of suffocating. Pain and pleasure coexisting. Ren Lan's domineering declaration caught Guo Jia off guard. Ren Lan. I know your dad is the principal. But let me tell you. I, Guo Jia, am not afraid of you. Jicheng and I haven't broken up yet. He's my boyfriend. Please watch your... Guo Jia hadn't finished speaking. I interrupted her with a sneer. We're over. Guo Jia was stunned. Her eyes once again feigned heartbreak. Lin Jicheng. Why? He. Why? Don't you have any self-awareness? While you were dating me, you were flirting with Xu Zigui every day. You even gave her the lollipop you licked. You didn't think I knew anything, did you? Guo Jia's lips trembled as she tried to explain. It's all a misunderstanding. Let me explain. I have photographic evidence. There's nothing to explain. I directly shoved the photos in her face. Guo Jia's face turned pale instantly, and she was speechless. Right. I need to correct something. I'm not her boyfriend. I'm her darling and fiancé. We're getting married soon. When Ren Lan heard this, a blush immediately spread across her face. That little Lindsay is really... Okay. Guo Jia. Go cool off somewhere else. Don't hinder us from earning money. Right. Go wherever's cool and stay there. Get lost. Don't affect our buying potions. The expression on Guo Jia's face was wonderful. Red and then green. Finally, he left in shame and anger. Good. Lin Jicheng. Ren Lan. You two adulterers. I've remembered this. We'll see about this. Time quickly came to evening. The harvest for this day was considerable. But it also wasted a day's time. Going on like this is too inefficient. You take these snacks and buy some equipment. Then go to Huafeng continent to do the beginner tasks. Do as I say. Don't accept those messy tasks in the beginner village. Go directly to the martial arts gym. There's an opportunity there. After instructing Ren Lan, I walked towards the center of Fengchu City. Now, the entire Muxian continent. All controlled by the Qianlong imperial family. With my reputation, maybe I can get a piece of land to open a shop. You have to know that in less than 5 years, the housing prices in Bawang will far exceed the land prices in the real world. By now, you won't regret it. Just as I was planning. A cry for help suddenly came from afar. Turning my head, I saw a girl in luxurious clothes, hurrying towards this side, yelling as she ran. Fellow Taoist, I am a princess of the Qianlong imperial family. Could you please take a message to Fengchu City? And tell my father that the one who killed Copper Eagle is from the Netherworld Hall. My father will surely reward you. Ding. Opportunity triggered. The Qianlong imperial princess is asking for your help. Do you accept? Hearing the prompt, my eyes lit up. I remember there was a storyline in Bawang about a certain eldest princess of the Qianlong imperial family being targeted by a demonic sect while traveling and chased all the way, eventually dying tragically at the hands of a demonic cultivator. You, an imperial princess. What are you doing here in the middle of the night? Jiteng Ying replied with tearful eyes. We were ambushed by demons on the way. In the chaos, I got separated from the escort team. Then I just kept running. Before he could finish, I hurriedly shielded him. At this moment, a large group of people burst out of the forest. These people were all wearing black robes covering their entire bodies. Their aura was as evil as devils. Bold demon cultivators. How dare you chase after Princess Qianlong? I think you're tired of living. The leading demon cultivator laughed scornfully after hearing my words. He looked at me with the eyes one would give an ant. He. Arrogant wretch. Do you know who we are? Since you want to be a hero, then today will be the anniversary of your death. Then come on. I did not hesitate at all. I snorted coldly and directly took out the Yuanshan talisman and tore it apart on the spot. As soon as the Yuanshan talisman was torn, strange sounds began to appear throughout the forest space. A terrifying aura suddenly appeared. All the black-robed people were on high alert. Just feeling the pressure of this aura already made their hearts stop and their breathing difficult. The next moment, a white-robed woman with immortal beauty floated in the air. Her face was peerless, and her temperament was like frost. Even a casual glance seemed capable of controlling anyone's life and death. Lang Feiyan was just a wisp of primordial spirit. Yet she still inspired fear and obedience in everyone. Even a pressure to prostrate themselves and kowtow. Who dares to hurt my disciple? I felt incredibly confident at that moment. I puffed out my chest, raised my head, and pointed at the group of black-robed figures. Master, it's them. They are all demon cultivators. They want my life. They even said they would make you lose your only disciple. So no one will take care of you in your old age. Leaving you lonely your whole life. The black-robed figures were stunned. But Lang Feiyan believed such a false story. Dare to hurt my disciple? Then you will all go to hell, she said, waving her large sleeves. The next second, the group of black-robed figures turned directly into dust and ashes. Master is awesome. Master is mighty. Master is the most beautiful. I transformed into a salted fish that only knows how to shout 666 and flattered her. Lang Feiyan looked at me. She was relieved to see that I was not injured. Disciple, how did you end up here? You haven't returned to the sect in so long. Do you not want to come back anymore? Hearing that, my heart skipped a beat. He hastily explained, sweating. How dare I, disciple? Isn't this preparing to go to the Qianlong imperial family to buy a piece of land? To open a shop? With money, I can buy more gifts for my master. Since that's the case, then go and return quickly. Take this Yuan Shen talisman. If anything happens, find your master again. After saying these words, her Yuan Shen dissipated into the air. At this time, the princess knew she had been saved, and quickly stood up to thank him. Thank you, young master, for your help. Gaining the eldest princess's favorability. Wouldn't the Fengchu city land be mine to pick and choose? Eliminating demons and defending the Tao is the duty of us righteous people. Princess, you don't need to take it to heart. Seeing my noble and upright appearance, she admired me even more. Young master is too modest. You saved us, that's a fact. I waved my hand with righteousness and awe. Good and evil fight each other for life. It's the 8-character motto of the righteous cultivator Shu Kesho to me. Ji Tongyian's affection for you. Current affection level is 15 points. A pleasant conversation. Ji Tongyian's attitude towards you has upgraded to respect. Young master, could you escort me back to the palace? My father will surely treat you as an honored guest. With courtesy. Okay. Please lead the way, princess. Then I escorted Ji Tongyian back to the palace. Worthy of being royalty. This hall is magnificent indeed. Just arrived outside the hall. Qianlong royal family's third prince Ji Chen was waiting here. He smiled slightly and looked at us. I heard that a disciple of the Heavenly Eye Sword sect saved Princess Tongyian. Ji Tongyian exclaimed happily, royal brother. I cupped my hands and said, Greetings, your highness. The disciple of the Heavenly Eye Sword sect you mentioned is me. You have done well in protecting the princess. As her royal brother, I am very grateful. If you have any wishes, friend, feel free to speak. I do have something I'd like to ask the royal family to help with. I wonder if your highness could grant me a piece of land to build a temple? Ha ha ha. A small matter. I happen to have a shop in the city here. This is a gift for you, fellow cultivator. Speaking, he tossed over a bamboo slip. Seeing the shop information recorded on the bamboo slip, my face immediately brightened. Thank you, your highness. Wow, this location and decor. Awesome. I'm making money again. After accepting the third prince's reward, I immediately took the title deed to Qianlong Pharmacy. This shop's location is simply excellent. Not only is it located in the city center with huge traffic, but it's also next to Autumn Moon Tower. Seeing me, the girls at Autumn Moon Tower immediately got excited. Young master is here to play. This girl will play an instrument for you, young master. Yu Shan plays the flute. I'm in a good mood. Smiling, I winked at the girls at Autumn Moon Tower. Then I deliberately blinked again. The girls in the tower who saw that blushed, their bodies trembling. Showed off a little. I then focused my attention on my first shop. In the future, 5 years from now, real estate in the 8 desolation cities will surpass any real estate in reality. At its peak, a shop of less than 10 square meters will make real estate companies around the world rack their brains. Even exchangeable for a commercial building in a first-tier city. Entering the pharmacy, 3 shop assistants immediately bowed respectfully to me. Hello, young Master Lin. We have received the imperial decree. From now on, you are the new manager of our Qianlong Pharmacy. Greetings, manager. I have some knowledge of pharmacology. I hope it can help you. Manager. Leave the shop to me. You can rest assured. I will definitely manage it spick and span for you. Hearing their words, I smiled and made some arrangements. Very good. From now on, this is no longer Qianlong Pharmacy, but my, Ling Mo's, territory. From today onwards, it will be renamed the People's Pharmacy. Remember, our pharmacy will only sell damp heat detoxification potions for now. Close immediately after selling 10,000 bottles a day. If anyone asks, say the potions are sold out. Sell again when the goods arrive. Before long, the news spread that a new pharmacy had opened in Fengchu City that specialized in selling damp heat detoxification potions. For a time, major guilds flocked to the store to snap them up. Just as the People's Pharmacy was booming, I, the boss, was no longer in the city. At this time, I had collected the materials needed for the soul imprinter. Then returned to the sect. Master. Disciple has returned. Master Lang Feiyan nodded. A hint of surprise floated in her deep eyes. Xuanji immediately switched back to a cold expression. You're back. Because I, Yisheng, haven't realized the seriousness of the problem yet. Lang Feiyan directly fired off 3 questions in a row, leaving me dumbfounded. You're back so soon.